Okay, we've got a couple updates for you here in one video. So this is done after what you're going to watch next. But I just wanted to say, stick with us. I'm going to go through the morning update and then the afternoon update, and I'll update you on everything else as well. I am kind of losing my train of thought. Just things don't work as well when you don't sleep. So, update on our well situation. $1,300 later, we have water. So last night we got water back finally, so we are able to take a shower, which is amazing after sponge bathing for 3 days, and do laundry. And luckily we had enough of these rugs clean that I was able to get the ones in the wash, and were clean, so they didn't have to go really any extra time. The rug is dirty in the video, you'll see later, but it's about typical for what was it, about 8 hours it was in here, because that brown rug, if you buy puppy pads and you want them to look clean, or not look excessively dirty, I should say, don't buy brown. That brown color just, she cleans them one time and they poop, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. So anyway, stick with us for all the updates. All right, good morning, everyone. Our update for today is not what I was hoping for. Puppies have been doing great. I know I'm way down here. But yesterday they went in for tails. So this is the Z litter. If you're just joining us for this update, go back and watch our live from Friday, which I'd love to tell you what date it is, but I really haven't slept in the last 3 or 4 days, so I don't know what that is. But anyways, it's the live, most recent live, and that'll explain what's going on. So Cameron, there's a brief breakdown. There is a new canine flu going around. It is very, very, very similar to COVID from what they're finding. It's just like COVID in the fact that a dog can be infected but non-symptomatic, which is why it's spreading so bad and so fast, and it is highly, highly, highly contagious. So long story short, we had 2 dogs in the vet clinic. They were exposed. Now we have it here. Cameron has it, and she has a litter of puppies. As of yesterday, her puppies were doing great. We were gonna not send them in for tail docking, but they all seem to be doing really, really well. And even the vet said they looked great when they got there. And this morning, and this is in a 4-hour span, I have one who was slightly raspy, and now I'm gonna grab this camera and show you. Well, I'll finish talking and then I'll grab the camera and show you, but he's very, very raspy and congested this morning. He is gasping for air. There's no kind of, he is gasping. I've used the snot sucker. I did get some out. I have given him a nebulizer treatment with albuterol. He has been on oxygen, and Eric is on the way to the pharmacy right now to get some liquid erythromycin for him. He is back on plasma. That's going to be the course. We're going to keep the plasma every 2 hours. A little bit of good news, Cameron is getting her milk in. She's probably about 60% in, so I'm trying to let them nurse on her just as much as possible. Hopefully that some of those antibiotics will kind of transfer in through the milk and protect some of the other puppies, or maybe their immune systems are stronger, hopefully. We're going to hope for the best here, get this guy on antibiotics. He'll have the plasma every 2 hours, and I'll probably give him a little bit of albuterol every time I come in and give him his breathing treatment and his oxygen. There you go. But Cameron's doing good. She does have a cough now. It's productive, so we're getting that stuff up out of her lungs. But here's this guy. These babies, it is just absolutely heartbreaking when they don't feel good. This is him here. And if you watch, you'll see him. Hang on, don't, here, you come over here. You go over here by your mom. There's the rest of them here. Here's this guy. He's actually breathing a little better now. There he goes. You'll see him actually kind of, when he tries to take a breath. And you can hear it too. I'm actually gonna move him up here because right there is where the heat ends. And I've got to get this changed, but at the same time, I'm trying not to disturb him so much. So I've got everything in the wash. Oh, update on, we did get, here, I'll hold him underneath him, maybe here. Let's see. Yeah, super close. He's doing better, guys. He was really gasping every breath he took. I was really worried about him. He's actually able to cry some now. A crying puppy is, in the instance where they're very congested or just born, you want them to be able to cry because that means they can exchange air. So that loud, not necessarily the under the breath growling like kind of noise like that, but this actual cry, that they have to have some sort of air in their lungs in order to do that. So what I'm going to do also is there is a small level of aspiration that happens when, gosh, it looks like this camera is really dirty, which I'm not surprised. I spray this phone with Lysol like 4 or 5 times, well, no, probably 10 to 20 times a day. This is him here. If you just there, he's actually doing it right now. He is the one. He's this one. If they hold still, you can kind of see him. He raises his whole body when he breathes. See that? Now, this is better than he was because he was opening his mouth and gasping for air prior to his breathing treatment. So I did give him a bottle this morning, but I'm going to try and keep him off of the bottle because when you bottle feed, there's always a small level of aspiration that happens. Hold still, Cammy. Hold still. Good girl. So I'm going to try and keep him nursing from her because that's even a slower feed than the #1 nipples are. And that will help him. We don't need him getting any liquid in his lungs from the bottle. Yes, they still want in. Those are the puppies outside. They hear my voice again. Where'd you go, buddy? There you are. Oh, there he really had a big gasp. He does not want us to see him. He says, don't you put me on video when I don't feel good. There, he kind of opened his mouth that time. Yep, that's what. You can hear how congested he is. So, I will, I'm going to get the bulb sucker, and there's a fine line between stressing him out too much and doing everything you can for him. So, if he's quiet and sleeping, I leave him alone. If he wakes up and he's trying to kind of get some of that stuff out, then I'll grab the bulb sucker, and I've gotten some both out of his, inside of his mouth as well as his nostrils. So I think actually what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to wait for Eric to get home with the antibiotics, and I'll get the antibiotics in him, but I'm not going to stress him out until then, unless he wakes up and starts sneezing or something. But they're small and they really can't get, if they can't get good air in, it's hard for them to really get that big push of air to push any of the congestion out. I'm trying to get you. There's Cammy. Wait, nope, there's Cammy. There's Cam. Yeah, you can hear her breathing a little bit too. Hear that? That's the congestion in her still, but she's doing a lot better. She hasn't had a fever at all, and yeah, much better on her. But this is what we were trying to avoid or hoping wouldn't happen, is the puppies getting sick. So feeling like I don't know if I made the wrong decision sending them in for tails. It's just so much more invasive to do it later, and just about everybody always wants tails. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to make the best decisions for everybody involved here. If anybody has any questions or comments, the only reason why I'm doing this is, well, if anybody knows us, you know we're full transparency. My goodness, they are scratching at the door and hollering. They want in, they hear me. But we're full transparency, and, you know, not every breeder goes through things. Some of them just hide it. And I feel like the more people aren't transparent about what's going on, we can learn from all of this. So if someone can learn and save a life from watching what we're going through and how we're handling it, or, you know, also when you put it out there publicly, somebody may have some amazing idea that, you know, we haven't implemented. So we're always open to suggestions. So throw them down in the comments. We're doing the best we can here. Hello. Here is our afternoon update on, all right, let me, oh, hold on. We got a pooper. Yeah, I see it. You smell it. Let's get this out of here before it becomes a mess. All right. Okay, so, Eric just got back with the crap. Hold on, I'll be right back. Gotta get this wrench. Okay, false alarm. It was, sitting behind me. I did bring it. I just didn't remember that I brought it. If you do set up your whelping thing like we do, the great thing about it is that you can either stick it under you can stick these under your leg, or if you really want them to stay super warm and you're not going to be in here for a second, say I'm going to take her outside before I feed the puppies, I can put the puppies under this first layer. So there's usually at least 2 layers, if not 3 here. So I can stick the bottles underneath here and they'll stay nice and warm. Just kind of a little hack that we figured out. So Eric just got home with the erythromycin. This is what it is. This is what they're on. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, that he's going to take a half of an ml or a half a cc, however you want to say that, once a day. So we're going to go ahead and get him his meds right now. I don't really want to wait any longer. Our pharmacy in town would have had them by noon, and it's what? Well, it's 11 o'clock now, but he ended up running to Walmart. They had it on hand. Our pharmacy had to, we would have had to wait until at least noon for them to get it in. So he went to Walmart, got more puppy feeding supplies anyway, so it worked out okay. And he is back, and we're going to go ahead and, I don't have my glasses on, so I got to hold this up in the light a little bit less. Go with a half of an ml, and we're going to give this to him, and I'm going to show you. He is here. Before I wake him up and give this to him, I'll let you see. Okay, well, I had awesome video of him breathing before I gave him his meds, but apparently the camera shut off when I picked it up. But here he is here. I put the collars on everybody because I don't normally put collars on them this young. I just don't like the collars on them super young, but went ahead and did that because I really need to at this point know who's doing what and keep track of them. So he's wearing the red collar, and you can see he is doing much better. I had some video of him breathing where you could really see good. He's not breathing normal, but he is breathing much better, and as you can see, he's eating. He does have his antibiotics on board now, so he's hopefully turning the corner for the better. Still going to keep him on the plasma. I won't do any more breathing treatments unless he really seems to need it. I'm not sure how great that albuterol is for them. But All these guys have their collars on now. Miss Pinky she's ready to eat. She's curled up in my lap. Green is right here, waiting to eat as well. So I am gonna feed all these guys. And while I'm doing that, I'll just kind of talk about the update from all the other dogs. So all the dogs that are in the house everyone now is on antibiotics. They are all on doxycycline. I found out a little bit more about this. It is, I think I said it in the earlier too, but it is very similar to COVID in people. Super, super contagious, and they're seeing quite a few cases where dogs have it but are non-symptomatic, and that is why it's spreading so fast, because they're non-symptomatic yet contagious. So anyway, it's not really a carrier situation either. It's they've been exposed but they aren't symptomatic, but they are shedding the virus. So anyways, yesterday Fig and Louie both had, now this all started with Fig going to the vet clinic, and he was doing good, so I didn't put him on antibiotics. I don't like to use them unless we have to, because it develops resistance. He was doing good. He was seeming to fight it pretty well. A few coughs a day, but yesterday he really, in the morning he felt really dumpy. He was coughing more than he ever has. Didn't want to eat, so gave him some Rimadyl to bring down his fever, and started him on the antibiotics. By last night he was definitely feeling better. Still coughing, but then this morning he was coughing less. And then Louie only had a sneeze, and that turned into a cough yesterday. So both Fig and Louie started on the antibiotics yesterday. The ones who have been on it are clearing. We're seeing only a few coughs when they go outside. Dora started on antibiotics first, and she kind of started before we had much information. And they had put her on amoxicillin, so we decided to let her run that course of amoxicillin. Yesterday was 7 days for her on amoxicillin. I'm going to let her run the full 10-day course, because today is her first day. She is not coughing at all. So I want to make sure that that is definitely out of her system. And it doesn't seem like the amoxicillin worked quite as well or as quickly as the doxycycline is working, but it is safer. And then they are I had a conversation with the vet yesterday. I don't know why you are turning sideways to eat, buddy. Look, come here. Here, the bottle's over here. There you go. There you go. Some of them just don't like to eat left-handed, and that would be you. You are not a lefty. Let's switch, you guys. Most of the blacks, or we have one black brindle girl in this litter, they don't like to eat left-handed, so I try to do this 2 at a time, so it takes a little bit less time, but some of them don't want to eat that way. There, that's better. But anyways, so the other ones are doing better in the house, a lot less coughing. Like I said, Dora's pretty well cleared of it as of last night. So some of the other dogs, it's running its course. So, as some are getting rid of it, others are catching it. When I spoke to the vet yesterday, he said that they really don't have a lot of information about this because it's new. So my question was, how long are we going to have immunity from this? Because if they're exposed again, because it is running its course, if there were cross-contamination, are they going to catch it right away? And they said, obviously we're hoping, like most things do, that there's some level of immunity to it, but basically said, still keep sterilizing as much as possible and limiting cross-contamination until this is completely cleared of the entire place here. So we did plan on doing that anyways, but it's just nice to, talk to the vet. It's unfortunately they don't have many answers with this. They are finding some dogs resistant to the doxycycline. So what they do in that case is run the erythromycin alongside of it. And what they're trying to do with these medications is the doxycycline is trying to clear the cough, and the erythromycin is basically helping to prevent them from catching pneumonia, which is, if you know anything about COVID and how it worked, most people didn't actually, pass away from COVID itself. It was more complications from having COVID, i.e., getting massive upper respiratory infections and pneumonia, and then not being able to fight that off with an already compromised immune system. So that's exactly the trend that this is following. Hopefully, they're working on it. I guess Nashville, so for those of you who don't know, we are in Tennessee, and I guess Nashville, which is our closest major city, and Clarksville, I guess they're both about equal distance, but anyways, they're both, Nashville's obviously bigger than Clarksville. Oh, hold on, we gotta get the bulb sucker. You see that coming out of his nose? Need to get that, need to knock that down. Need to get that out of his nose while we have the opportunity. Hold still, buddy. I know. Let me get that so you can breathe. Alright, well, let's at least wipe it quick first. Oh, that's Cameron. She's got her head resting on the rail here. She keeps knocking the phone out. Alright, let's wipe the big stuff off, and then we'll suck the rest out. That's awesome. Yes. It's super hard to pinpoint a nostril on a moving puppy. There, we got that out of there. Good job, buddy. Yeah, you got a bunch out of there, didn't you? There's better. Okay. Get that taken care of, and I totally forgot what I was even talking about. I guess maybe just about the, it is rampant right now in Nashville. So if you are anywhere near Nashville or Clarksville, in this Middle Tennessee area, just my suggestion is don't even take your dogs out. Just leave them at home. If you go anywhere, if you have to go to the pet store, say to get food or something, I would personally, you're all done, buddy. You got a super full belly. I would personally change clothes, put them right in the washer. Don't have any contact with your dog. Sanitize. Just go straight back into all of your sanitization. Where is puppy number 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who are we missing? Hold on. I have to locate a puppy. Sometimes they get under me, but I don't feel anything under me. He must be behind her. Where? There he is. There he is. There's Orange. He's behind her. There he is. There you go. Okay. She hasn't moved. I was pretty confident she wasn't laying on him, but I always want to know where everybody's at. So, Orange. I don't know if you ate or not. Did you eat already, buddy? I fed yellow, not orange. Okay, so, yeah, I would just keep your dogs home. It's just not worth it. Take it from us. We didn't even, had no clue that we had heard about this, but from what we knew, it wasn't in our area. So, we hit the beginning of it in our area, and now we know. So it's unfortunate, but we're dealing with it, and we're just sharing everything we're doing with you, just in case you may come across it. You may know somebody. The information can just be useful for hopefully somebody. I don't know, and for all of our families who follow us regularly. If you don't already, consider hitting the subscribe button. We do put out a lot of educational content, and coming from over 15 years in the Corsos of experience. So we try to give some definitive information that even experts sometimes won't dispute. You'd like to say. Anyways, so that is our update. Please be kind. We are doing the very best that we can around here. We have been like I said, without water for 3 days, and that was the most challenging thing I think we've ever been through. Exhausting, both physically, emotionally. We had something else happen that was devastating, and I will do a separate video about that. But basically, the bottom line there is, we know, don't ever feed your puppies dry kibble. Not until they go home. They can be transitioned onto dry kibble once they go home, but don't feed them dry kibble. Always, always, always soak your kibble. Breeders, please heed that warning. Give them moistened food. So that's our update for today. It is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. Pretty sure it's Wednesday. Let me look. Yep, Wednesday, the 26th, in the afternoon. So we have the morning and afternoon update all combined in this one update video. And then if things change, here, he's sleeping now. I can get a little video of him. You can see he's breathing a lot better. He's not gasping for air anymore. He's still congested, but oh, for anybody who was wondering, someone had put it in a comment, and then I went to go comment on the comment, and I couldn't find it anymore. So whoever you are who asked, girls and boys, I do apologize. I tried to answer that, but we have 3 girls, 3 boys. There are 2 gray boys, 1 black boy, a black brindle girl, and 2 black girls. So orange is, okay, so the boys are red, which is a black male, blue, which is a gray male, and green, who's under here complaining because he ate too much. There's Greeny Green, he's a gray male. Girls are Miss Yellow, and she is a black female. Orange is a gray female, and Pinky Pink is, where are you, Pinky Pink? There you are in the camera. Nope, that's red. Hold on. I can't see. There, I'll do that. Pink is black brindle female. So those are our babies. Good update on Mr. Red. Hopefully I can have another good update later. You can still hear how congested he is though. Such a handsome boy. Can you hear him? There, I'm sure you can hear that. But you did see we got some of it out of there, and that's the biggest thing, is get it moving and get that crap out of there. So we will update again later. Thank you all for your support, as always. We will update again later. Thanks for watching.